Good morning, everyone. It's Pastor Bramick at Holy Shepherd Lutheran Church in Hazlet, Texas. Today is Wednesday. It's October the 9th, and we are continuing to look at Psalm chapter 4. Today, we're going to look especially at verse 6 of Psalm 4, and I want to direct your attention to these words here. Many are asking, who can show us any good? Let the light of your face shine upon us, O Lord. So this light of your face phrase is an important one. It's following a quotation of the people who are likely asking, who can show us any good? Now, during the presentation on Sunday, we hypothesized that this psalm might be connected to Psalm 3, even though it does not have a reference or a notation to Psalm 3. And that these may be the people in David's company who have fled Jerusalem with him, as part of their escape from Absalom, who has staged a coup and is securing the throne for himself. And David and his men are headed towards the Mount of Olives as an escape route from Absalom. And this may have been a question that his men may have been asking of who can show us any good, because they feel like they have lost the favor of God, right? And there is this notion here about God's face. And the light of God's face shining upon us. So this is a common refrain in the scriptures, where you have either God hiding his face or you have God shining his face upon you. So the language of God shining his face upon you reflects what the content of the Aaronic Benediction is in Numbers chapter 6. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. So when God shines his face upon you, this means that God is showing you favor. In contrast, when God turns his face away from you, it means that you are receiving disfavor, that you are experiencing calamity, difficulty. And, you have this understanding here that God is a part of that. And so you pray that instead of God's face being turned away from you, that God's face would turn towards you, that God's face would shine upon you. And so this is the language of the Psalms. It's found in other places as well. But this is the prayer that the psalmist will pray because he feels his life is not going well. And he wants for his life to go well, and he knows it's not going to go well by luck or by chance or by fortune, but it will go well if God shines his face on the psalmist. And so he is attributing his circumstances to God and to God's favor. And, this also reminds us of when Jesus was on the cross. We think of God hiding his face from Jesus because Jesus was covered in sin, right? But that made it so that God's face would shine upon us because Jesus was giving his life for us. And by believing in Jesus, we receive those, we receive the benefits of his reputation. We receive the benefits of the sinless life that he lived. So that's how the psalm relates to the Gospels and how it relates to our salvation. All right, let's continue now as we pray together the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us.